Guys, what's going on? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys, man. Guys, here, let's drop the link for anyone who wants to come on up. Let's do that. Here we go. It's good to see you guys, man. You know, guys, it's Wednesday? I hope you guys' week hasn't been too crazy, you know? Guys, boy, oh boy. Guys, we're going to finish looking at Jeff James's interview with the two Canadian chicks. Guys, he will be on the panel tomorrow. And guys, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, guys, make sure to tune in for that. Guys, I'll drop the link to his channel here in a little bit. Guys, make sure to go over there and subscribe to him. Give me 1 second to do some housekeeping here, but it's good to see you guys, man. You know, guys, we'll do the first 10 minutes for everyone, and then the first 20 minutes, and then we will go members only because, guys, that's how the day shift works, you know? Let's do this. Let me share my screen. Guys, you know what? Guys, we're going to start with some good news, right? Guys, we're going to drop some great news. Guys, let's drop some news. Solomon Grundy, what's up, man? Steve, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you as usual, right? You know, guys, Steve isn't an old curmudgeon, but you know what?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
That works. King Raymond, what's up, dude? Hey, thanks for the membership, my friend. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for your support. Laughing man, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thomas Brown's in Hawaii. 2000s guys here. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Family lawyer says he's seeing a new trend of Manosphere. Wait. Family lawyer saying he's seeing a new trend of the Manosphere leading to divorce. Let's go! Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, we're winning. We are winning. Let's go. Look at that. Right here, guys. Canadian Broadcasting or whatever. CBC News says specifically, family lawyer says he's seeing new trend of quote-unquote Manosphere leading to divorce. Guys, do I need to say this again? Family lawyer says he sees a new trend of Manosphere leading to divorce. Let's go! Guys, I'm telling you guys, when I tell you guys, this is why I'm uncharacteristically optimistic when it comes to this. Guys, we're going to win. We are going to win. Us men, we're going to be just fine. We're going to keep winning by just doing what we do already. Look at that. In retrospect, Kenzie Sproat thinks that there were warning signs that all was not well in her year-long relationship. She says her partner, there you go, seemed to shift from a gentleman to someone who controlled and ridiculed her. She says, I'm kind of ashamed, the 23-year-old student says. I totally just listened to him, and then at the end, I was like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. She first got involved in a long-distance relationship with an American military man a few days ago. She said the red flags popped up in 6 months when he began shaming her over her appearance, blowing up her phone if she didn't respond to his text, and expressing jealousy over her friendships with other men. Look at that. So, guys, you're trying to tell me that he was probably saying you shouldn't dress like a 304, and how about you not have a bunch of simps and beta male orbiters around you? Right, guys?
Beta!
Look at that! Guys, her boyfriend listens to us. Because, guys, what do we always say? Never date chicks that have a whole bunch of guy friends. Clown world. She realizes now that she didn't see how his behavior started affecting her. I got used to it. I got used to the condescension. And this is her, guys, right? This is her. Look at that, guys. Right there. The blonde. Right there.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Right there, guys. Look at that. She thinks that the online content that he consumes, such as Manosphere creators, Andrew Tate and Joe Rogan, was part of what shaped his behavior. He would make jokes about how many good points that he had, that Top G has, and referred to the kickboxer turned controversial social media influencer who describes himself as a misogynist. When they broke up more than a year later, she only felt fleeting sadness because she had a somewhat masculine man. You know what I mean? Guys, these are the types of chicks who want a guy in uniform. They want a guy who's assertive and dominant, who's going to go out and risk his life for our country, but then we'll let her do whatever she wants. How does that work? Let her have beta male friends around her. Let her go out and dress like a 304, right? Come on, man. So the next day I felt physically lighter and I was over it. While Sprout got out of her relationships without headaches or paperwork, not everyone was so lucky. Family lawyer Scott Byers, who's based in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, said he and his colleagues have started seeing some of the factors Sprout described becoming a reason for divorce. Let's go! Let's go! I told you guys, we're winning. We are winning. Let's go. Guys, oftentimes you have guys that are in these relationships and they know something's wrong. I'm not religious, but there's something in their soul that tells them, I'm a simp. I'm not, my affection and my efforts not being reciprocated, right? Then they hear content like mine. And they're like, wait a minute, something's rotten in Denmark. I am a soldier in the U.S. military. I'm in shape. I'm somewhat of a good guy. What am I dealing with this for? And then they ask for their tick to change, strike one, right? And she says,
how dare you?
Right? So him having boundaries is misogyny. Clown world. Here we go. It started with the cough and couples having diverging views on things like, getting jabbed. But that shifted more recently. As the years have passed since the cough, I'm certainly seeing more clients coming in telling me, my spouse isn't the person that I knew when we met. He puts in his earbuds and he's listening to these podcasts and a lot of thinkers that are associated with the so-called Manosphere. I don't know what to do. Look at that. Wire says that he believes that online misogyny feeds a culture of coercion and abuse. Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Snowboard Colin, man, how do you feel?
She does know what to do.
Yes. Family lawyer says he's seeing a trend of the Manosphere leading to divorce.
I think this is absolutely fan-fucking.
Isn't it? Oh, no. You swear all you want, guys. We'll do like 90 seconds. This is fucking amazing. This is amazing.
I think this is fantastic. This reminds me of my father of mine when he was the one who actually filed for divorce, right? Back all the way in 1981 when he was like, we ain't playing this dumbass game.
Yeah.
No.
Good. Yep. And guys, even the male feminists and the betas and the simps, they still have that little voice in the back of their head telling them that something's wrong. Just some guys need to get kicked in both testicles first before they listen to it.
Yeah.
You know? But guys, I told you guys, this is why I'm always so like uncharacteristically optimistic when it comes to like the future. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we're winning. We are going to win.
Yeah.
Victory is our only option, and we're going to win by doing what we're doing now. The only outcome for us is victory. We will be just fine. We will be just fine. You know what I mean? Okay. He said that one woman he represented told him that her husband had been injured on the job, unable to work, and started spending more time online consuming what Bayer described as radical ideas about gender. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
He started to express views about how their children should be raised that my clients just couldn't. He said, think about how insane that is. In 1930, 40, 50, it was the father's say. And he was probably said, I don't want my boys raised like girls. How about that?
Yeah.
And guys, what did she say? Of course. How
dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
And of course, she started using my kids, right? Byron said that these men often want to represent themselves during divorce proceedings, animated by perception that the family court system is biased against husbands. It is. It is. Look at that, guys. They see this as a fight of their lives and that they're fighting the good fight on behalf of men and boys everywhere. They are. Because every time that we lose these young guys to this, you can be a transformer, right? You can blow other dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's a blow against the rest of us men. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Pause, right? Bayer said that this can make it hard to have practical discussions over important elements of divorce, like child support and parenting schedules. Their head's just not there. Neil Shishminsky is a professor of English at Cambridge College in Sudbury, Ontario, who studied the Manosphere extensively, saying it's a misogynist movement that feels that the feminism has won. They're calling us misogynists, guys, right?
Wow. Well, of course, some college tenure professor would say that.
Yeah, of course.
Who studied the Manosphere.
She says, they say that women have not just achieved equality, but now that women in the driver's seat, and that this is wrong. And it's both natural and good for men to be in positions of power and leadership. It is! So the Manosphere broadly takes the view that men and women should return to what is seen as traditional roles. No, guys, we say that, guys, it doesn't matter what they say. In times of hardship, we do return to our natural roles.
Yeah.
They're lying to themselves. We are giving them this fairy tale land where they can have different roles until they run it into the ground.
Yeah.
We're just trying to be proactive. Influencers who operate this sphere suggest the only thing that women are good for is sex and popping out babies and maybe picking them up after you. Oh, who says that? What are you talking about?
Yeah, no one said that.
When these online misogynistic trends emerged a decade ago, it was really a movement of single men. The greatest predictor, somebody identifying it as a member of the Manosphere, is that they had been rejected by a woman. Please!
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
He said that it's surprising to see it gaining traction among married men, and that shows how, guys, look at this soy boy. This is a so-called expert on the Manosphere, guys, right here.
Yeah.
Right? Look at that.
He knows men. He knows men pretty well. He seems a little
That's what I was going to say, too. Like, look at that. This is a sign that the tendrils of the manosphere that I was talking about earlier are just permeating deeper and deeper in spaces that are mostly populated by men. What spaces we have left, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Both Byers and Shishminsky see the manosphere as an issue driven by complex economic and societal problems to which influencers offer simple solutions. So the problem in their view is that men aren't men anymore. But women say the same thing.
Yeah.
Women say, well, there's all these feminine men and beta males. You're the one that created them in the first place. Look at that, guys. Look at that. You get laid off from your job because you're not manly. Your boss is not manly. Maybe your boss is a woman. Who says that? If we want to fix it, if we want to solve the problem, men just have to be men. You got to be that much more manly, that much more masculine, and that's who we slip in a toxically masculine. There you go, guys. This is why we're going to look at the clip with Jeff James, with Jeff, the guy that we're talking about, because you remember he told those chicks there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's only toxic people. There's no toxic femininity and there's no toxic masculinity. There's only toxic people. Yet, who is this goof? Scott Byers. Look at this guy.
Jesus.
Look at this guy.
See, these are people who have these fake professor jobs. Like, what do you think this guy? What do they study the manosphere? No, they didn't. They just formed an opinion and wrote this piece and got paid like a year's worth of work for this too.
Or they went to Reddit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they did for like their research.
Yeah. We do this, guys. Quick. I gotta do one thing here. Okay, there we go. Part 2. Okay. So this is this goof, right? Byers noted that he's not, he knows that he's not a relationship counselor, but said he does have a unique view of relationships through seeing how they come apart. He said that couples may be able to get ahead of marital breakdown over misogyny by having honest conversations about what they're reading, watching, and listening to, meaning that the wife should police her husband. That's all. Look at that. It's not enough to salvage that relationship. It would at least allow people to catch this at an early stage and make educated decisions about if they should stay or go. As bad as her previous relationship was, Sproat hasn't given up on the belief that men can be uplifting, positive forces for their female partners. Why do men need to? What are you talking? So, guys, she's trying to find a wife. Think about it. A wife is supposed to be an uplifting and positive force for her husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's trying to find a wife. I do wish that there weren't so many men who subscribe to the ideas of public figures like Andrew Tate and the Manosphere weirdos, but there's lots that don't. Sproat feels like she can tell a lot about her wonderful, amazing current partner by his friendships. He and his closest friends are loyal people who help support their female partner's goals. Well, see, I told you. They're their girlfriends' wives. What a joke. What an absolute joke. There are good men. You just have to find them. What a joke, guys. But guys, all we're getting out of this is, once again, guys, basically anyone who disagrees with us is a simp, a tradcon, a beta, or a male feminist.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Or wants to be a wife husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
You don't have to like necessarily agree with us, but you also can't deny what we're saying either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't deny it.
But Snowboard, here's the thing. People never, ever, ever can disprove our talking points.
Right.
They talk about how we say it. They talk about what's said and how it's said. I mean, I'm sorry, who said it and how it's said, but not the actual
Context
arguments.
of it.
You know what I'm saying? Here we go, guys. We'll do one more news story and then we'll get in the topic.
Yeah, you place under arrest. Okay, can you turn around, put your hands behind your back? Place under arrest. Go ahead. Okay. No. Right. Your cuffs.
Carla, stop. You're going to get charged with resisting.
Jack, you were on the panel once. You actually seemed pretty cool. So I don't know if you're trying to troll or what. But yeah, you're not smart, dude. You know, because guys, women didn't check out. Because how many videos have I done where these chicks are saying, where are all the good men? We want to date. We want to date. We want this. We want that. You hear the women whining about relationships more than anyone else, right? Us men don't complain. So I don't know what your deal is, dude. I thought you were cool, but my mods are gonna take care of business because you're being a clown. So
yeah, and just because we're talking about the space doesn't mean that we don't have a girlfriend or anything either.
No need to explain. Yeah. No. He came in a couple of weeks ago, actually being cool, and maybe I don't know. He's trying to be edgy or whatever, but don't come in one way. At least troll from the start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't try and get in, be cool, and then try and be edgy. You're not smart. You're not cool. You know what I'm saying? So, Ancient Youth, what's up, dude? Kevin's here. One Woo is here. Who'd I miss while I was reading that thing? Whiteout's here. What's up, dude? Good to see all you guys, man. Good to see you guys. So, I'm just saying, troll from the jump, right?
Yeah.
But don't get on the panel like, hey, yeah, you guys are pretty cool, man. Will you guys find my baseball cards? And then start trolling, you know? So
You're hurting me. Stop.
Well, quit.
Stop fighting. Stop resisting it.
Stop.
guys, she was abusing infants at the daycare.
Oh my! Now she's acting like this.
Demons, yeah. Demons.
Oh my god.
Do you have anything on you're not supposed to have? No.
Demons, man.
Wow.
And you should. Oh, here's the whole story.
Yeah, you place under arrest. Okay, can you turn around?
Oh, this is the same thing. Here we go.
Cam, well, we are now hearing from parents at an Ocala daycare where a worker is accused of.
Now, guys, whose fault is it that babies have to spend a lot of time in daycare?
Women, because they're at work instead of taking care of them.
Facts.
Abusing several babies. Just an awful case here. That abuse allegedly happened over a 4-month period
Demons.
at the All Stars Learning Center on West Silver Springs Boulevard.
They had to turn the comments off.
spoke with parents and the woman accused of mistreating at least 6 infants.
This daycare.
Guys, give me 1 second here. Gotta do one thing. Because I'm gonna do a live stream on crappy moms, and I just saw a thing where it said mom of 8 has her kids living in filth.
In like a litter box.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, sorry.
Has been closed all day long, and I've talked to many parents out here who said they got no notification about that, and some didn't even know about the alleged abuse happening inside these doors.
I'm actually late for work. They didn't email us, tell us anything that the school's going to be closed.
Michelle came to drop her daughter off at All Stars Learning Center this morning, but she and many others found the daycare was not open 2 days after one of its employees was arrested.
No.
Ocala police pulled 33-year-old Carla Pinoverti Gonzalez out of the...
Call and snowboard. What would you guys do if you found out that your infant son... What would you guys do?
Probably start up the chainsaw and start doing some
Oh yeah,
winning.
yeah. I'd be in jail.
No. I would take my very highly specialized pieces of equipment, and I would be about 100 to 150 meters out, and one would go between the two eyes.
Some of your fast-moving friends.
Yeah. We get what you're saying in a roundabout way.
Well, I can make it a little clearer if you want, but I don't think YouTube will like that, though.
I know.
Daycare on Monday. Investigators say a co-worker recorded video of Gonzalez allegedly bouncing a baby with so much force that he was hitting his head and could have been seriously hurt or even possibly killed. But that co-worker also said that she had witnessed Gonzalez acting rough with at least 5 other babies. And
she's going to get cooked in jail.
Good.
Guys, female prisoners do not like women that abuse children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same in the women's prison.
Including violently shaking a baby in a crib and pushing another baby girl's face down into a mattress for about 1 minute. Gonzalez bonded out of jail early this morning, and
They let her out.
What?
Bond.
Oh my
This was
God.
a guy. Yeah.
To us through a Ring camera at her house.
She didn't have money
I'm
either.
really in the mood, physically, mentally to speak. I am really damaged.
That's her excuse, guys. Right?
Wow, mental health issues.
That's her excuse. Isn't it always?
And I'm just trying to tell you that I have mental health issues. I'm extremely distraught. I feel like my whole life is empty.
Worker told detectives she had reported the incidents to her supervisors repeatedly, but Gonzalez stayed on the job.
Of course.
So police say they're also investigating how management here responded to those reports.
I would never think that this would happen. This is like a great place to take.
You should be at home with your kids. You dunderhead.
My son's been going here for over a year.
KD, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Jarvik, how's it going? Good to see you guys on day shift, man.
Came here thinking that this school was amazing. They had the best reviews. But now I'm definitely taking her out of this school. Definitely.
Covering Marion County in Ocala, Bob Hazen, West 2 News.
Damn. Guys, we'll do like 3 more minutes for everyone, and then we will go members only. And
I wonder what the bail was set at, because I don't think that woman had much money. So, like, you know what I mean?
Her family probably bailed her out. So guys, this is Jeff James. We've already gone over part of this video, well, the first part, but he's going to be on the channel tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, guys, make sure you guys have any questions for him, because we'll probably do like an hour with just me and him going over some of the same stuff that I talked to Locke the Bounty Hunter and Insolent Audits about, and then answering any questions. Guys, questions for that first hour will probably be super chat questions to him. You know what I'm saying? And then I might see. I haven't asked him yet if it's okay to open the lines. I might just put the link for Discord members only, because I don't think he's ever done a call in live before. But yeah, I think that I'll do that. So
time, which is crazy, but it's wildly off.
So he's talking about that Adolescence. Colin, somebody, you guys have heard about that Adolescence Netflix show? That Netflix series?
I haven't, but I can already guess it's going to be like Euphoria.
No. So it's this young white kid in England, and he like is getting bullied by this girl. So then he starts watching Manosphere and Red Pill stuff, and then he ends up stabbing her, right? And so he's going to talk about how wildly inaccurate that is. And also, too, like, he makes a good point. Hey, Colin, Snowboard, who's responsible for all the stabbings and violence in the UK right now? What 2 groups?
Nug and Muhammad.
Exactly. Yep. And yet they're only focusing on young white guys. Why? Why? So here we go.
In most.
You know what else pisses me off, guys? NF, he was on Candace Owens' podcast. Guys, don't type his name. don't say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He was saying that while he's attracted to girls of other races, he would never be in a relationship with a girl who wasn't his race because he wants to have kids that look like him. Guys, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I don't see an issue with it. I don't. Black people say it all the time. Hispanics say it all the time. Asians say it all the time. Guys, and honestly, unless you have something wrong and you can't have kids, you have to adopt. I get it, but guys, why would you want your biological kids to look nothing like you?
Yeah. Muhammad Ali said that. He's like, yeah, I like other women, but I want to, my kid to be like me.
Yeah. So I have a couple coworkers. One, he's white. His wife is Indian. They have 2 kids, and
yeah,
they don't look like him at all.
Yeah.
I have another friend. He's white, and his wife is Taiwanese. Kids look nothing like him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't fault the guy for saying that. Now, should it be illegal to have interracial kids? No, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that people's preferences, if you try and control people's preferences, that's thought crime. This is not North Korea. You know what I'm saying? So,
in most ways in which they try to categorize what's actually going on, I'm being honest with you. And the problem with it is several things. But the first is they clearly did not use an expert on incel culture. Any expert go on YouTube when you get the chance and type in incel experts review Adolescence, and see all the data they have in comparison to how the show.
Steve says I'm still waiting for my
male privilege card.
My white male privilege, because Steve snowboard calling everywhere you white guys go, the sky opens up and gold bars just fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get your helmet out,
Yep.
Tried to cover it to a degree, and it was only 4 episodes, so there was only but so much, of course, that they could do. But I'm going to tell you one thing that I loved, and I think they did get right, and it was very subtle, and I don't know if people actually picked it up enough. The first is when the 2 detectives were walking through the school.
Yeah.
And they're trying to engage with the students, and it's very clear, like they're just missing it. Students aren't saying anything. Nobody's really wanting to work with them. Like they're just getting all this resistance. They're not really getting anywhere in terms of their investigation. And the lead detective, after he talks with his son, and his son talks about the red pill, and he's asking his son, "Did you see the Matrix?" And his son's like, "What's the Matrix? Like, what are you talking?" Like, and they captured the confusion of people who aren't in it.
Yes.
Don't do this for a living. Who aren't psychologists, who aren't psychiatrists, who aren't in mental health, who aren't in these spaces. Even people who are talking about it all the time. If you're not in it, you don't actually get it.
That's true, right, guys? If you're not red pill, you have no clue. And this is why, guys, we always say, once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like you're speaking English and they're speaking Greek. You know what I mean? Like when you talk about family court and child support and false accusations, and you just, to us, it's plain as day. But these dunderheads, these blue pills, these knuckleheads, it's like they're living in a different universe. You know what I'm saying? You guys ever see what's a good example of you ever see the movie Ghost? Snowboard Colin?
Yeah,
you ever seen the movie Ghost?
No.
Colin, you've seen Ghost, right? Everyone in the chat. You've never seen Ghost with Patrick Swayze where he dies?
Oh, is that the one with the oh yeah. I did see it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, with Whoopi Goldberg in it, and he comes back as a ghost because his partner deleted him. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's a great movie. Well, he's a ghost and he can walk through walls and see everything that's going on. Guys, that's how we are. When we're walking through society, just watching people like drones, you know what I'm saying? But we can see through walls. We can see through the BS. We can hear what the conversations really mean. We can see what's really going on. You know? Yes, with Demi Moore. Fact.
When I talked about that mountaintop thing.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
The reason kind of for that is you can kind of get red pilled overnight, but you can't just truly tell somebody a few points and make them flip their opinion. They have to have that belief system deconstructed in their mind by seeing so much stuff wrong the other way that it kind of has a breakdown, and then they can start believing this. In my opinion,
I disagree in that it's in the back of their mind all the time. Most guys get kicked in the dick. That's what does it, and it makes all the dominoes fall down. Most guys, they're seeing stuff because, guys, we have this innate sense of fairness. Like, I have to say that I was wrong, guys, in that. Okay, fairness is like beauty, where it's mostly subjective, but there is an objective component. Because there is an objective standard to beauty. I believe that there's an objective standard to fairness among men. Okay? Guys will know that if we're on a job site, if we're doing a lot more work than some lazy piece of crap. We know this. Because we naturally sort ourselves out when we look at hierarchy, right? And we break out into teams. And so we kind of, because guys, men are pack animals, right? And we don't want someone who's not pulling their weight to get the food. We don't. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Women throw the term fair around just willy-nilly, and just like other terms, spiritual, women, diverse, that they don't the words that don't mean anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? So guys,
home ownership.
Yeah. So that SA, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Words that don't mean anything at all anymore. So yeah, honestly, guys, guys,
the word hanging out too is another term that they use. Like, well, what does hang out actually mean? I used to think it just meant like hang out with somebody, but it actually means like bang.
Yeah. Hanging out means that's what it means.
Yeah.
You know? Or they even make up words that don't mean anything. Situationship. What does that even mean?
Yeah. So, exactly.
I don't know what it's like to be considered invisible and useless to both men and women. You don't get it. You don't know that feeling. I don't care if you're the most unattractive. If you saw the show, what was it? My 400, 500-pound life or something like that, with these people, where they got to get cranes and break down doors to move these people. Why all these women got men?
What? Great question. I've always
because still, as a woman by default, she's still going to have value with some man.
There you go.
But at a certain age,
she's still. But again, if the first 60 years of you living, you're seen as valuable to somebody, that matters. Versus in comparison, you can go your entire life and be considered a genetic dead end.
There you go.
That is actually so interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So on the show, these are lead detectives whose job.
I told you guys, he's gonna be big. He's gonna be big. I'm telling you, man. Like his way of explaining things. You know what I'm saying? If he can get his social media going, he's gonna blow up. Because he's already going viral everywhere.
Learn to question, think of things on multiple levels, and they had no idea that there's a subculture of bullying and ostracization amongst not just boys doing this to each other, but on social media, other people who you may not even know also saying things about you, also targeting you. And it's not just the bullying and the tactics, it's also the shaming.
King Raymond says that situationship basically is like a pre-relationship. Y'all effing but haven't made nothing. King Raymond, I'm going to correct you here. Guys, who controls access to sex?
Men.
who controls access to if babies are born?
Men.
No. Women do.
No, yeah, I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
Right.
And then who controls access to relationships?
Men.
Who controls access to who gets married?
Men.
Thank you very, very much. Guys, these feminists and these modern women, they cannot stand that. That's the one part, the one power that they cannot take back, that they cannot influence. They can't take that from us. They can't. Unless they want to start getting down on their knees and proposing to us, which they're never going to do. If they want to try and risk getting rejected and asking us out, guys, a woman is not a man's girlfriend until he says she is.
Yep.
So they want to try and influence that decision. They want to try and have an out just to actually act like they weren't getting played by Chad, and that they can say what the relationship status is. They've added a third category. You're either boyfriend. I'm sorry, you're either wife, fiance, girlfriend. They added a fourth one, and that's situationship, or that's talking to, or dating.
Yeah. Talking to is kind of like what I was saying, hanging out. Yeah. That can mean like, it's like, well, what do you really mean though? If you're just talking to somebody, but you've already fooled around, it's like, well, you're not really just talking to them, you know. But it's how they lie to protect their own ego.
You know, and I think another thing that the word situationship. I think another thing is that women use that term because when they're a quote unquote mistress, the connotation or what's the
condemnation?
Yeah. That's associated with the word mistress is, a dirty hoo-ah.
Real fool. Yeah.
Talking about horse people.
but if she's in a situationship, that makes it perfectly respectable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. King, you are totally correct. I was just talking about the reason why these women made this up, why they made this an actual thing. It's just if they say that they were in a situationship with Remixer, and then you ask Remixer, hey, yo, man, there's this chick, Melissa, over there. She said that you guys were in a situationship. Remixer's like, who? Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Remixer's just couple nuts and go. Hashtag couple nuts and go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it's also the rejection. It's also being seen as invisible. And it's a very, very, very hard way. It's a very hard concept to try to describe to people who, for most of their life, or they have yet to experience what it means to be invisible since they were 14 years old.
Right. Yeah.
They don't know what that feeling is. And I thought the show did a really good job of the parents didn't see it.
Yeah.
The detectives didn't know it. But the second piece I thought they got really great was when they found out, oh, snap, the kid's being targeted, the kid's being bullied.
Okay, watch this, guys.
The victim apparently was a contributing member of this, and she was leading the charge. And the things that she would say and the viciousness of how they were treating this boy, I'm not going to say what he did was justified. Spoiler alert for those who didn't watch the show. If you didn't, it's your fault by now.
Yeah, exactly.
But the callous response that the woman investigator had when he tried to bring it to her attention, like, I think there's more that's going on with this case. And she said, I just want the attention to be on the victim.
There you go, guys. No one cares about us men.
Nope.
No one cares. Whenever a woman does something wrong, it's because she had mental health issues. But a guy, you're just a piece of trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One, the girl. And what I would suggest is there were two victims. It's just that one died.
Right.
One lost their life, and one lost their freedom potentially for the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is that small little snippet is an example of the larger pool of what's going on. Yes, he did something wrong. Yes, he's the murderer. Yes, he needs to be incarcerated. I agree with all of that, obviously. But the environment that created someone like that, we're so oblivious to the realities and perspectives of what you.
No, I think it's that these knuckleheads think that all of us men are just evil, anyways. We're evil demons. That that's just how men are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's just some creep. He's probably creepy.
Yeah,
they say that about any guy who gives them any attention. It's like
no. But when it comes to these terrible acts, they just think that all men are just like.
Oh yeah.
Of course, he's a man.
It was just a Tuesday for that guy. That's what type of animal they are. Yeah.
Young boys and men are going through. You don't get it that for many men, they don't see feminism. Doesn't matter if they don't have the great working definition of it. Their experience of all these people who claim that identity. You don't actually care about equality. That's a woman advocacy movement, or at least was up until recent debates about who can or can't be a woman. But prior to this debate, it's always been for many people, and particularly many men, it's more so a women advocacy program, which is totally fine. But you cannot say that you care about men and that you're advocating for equality. And I'm going to list these things off, and I wrote them down to make sure I don't forget it. You don't care about mandatory paternity tests. You don't care about paternity fraud. You don't care about male suicide rates. You don't care about equalizing hard, laborious jobs outside. You don't want to equalize that. You don't care about what happens to people that are falsely accused, which is almost always exclusively men.
Let's go.
You don't actually care about the declining school performance, the rise in ADHD diagnosis, and the psychiatric medication that comes from it. You don't care about the lack of homeless shelters for men. You don't care about the weaponization of the family court, the equal custodial rights, reproductive say for men, reduction in child support and alimony, pathologizing of just men and masculinity in general, negative attitudes towards even men that want a nuclear family. You don't think or care about any of these things. And I'm not.
Well, that guy's cooking. He's cooking, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Thomas Brown, just call in and it'll ask you to connect your devices, right? Hit the StreamYard link, guys. Anyone who wants to come on up, guys, hit the StreamYard link that's pinned at the top. It'll ask you to connect your devices. Connect them both, and then there's a little microphone and a little camera. Just hit them both, and if you log in and I see your camera on, I won't bring you up until you turn your camera off. So just hit the StreamYard link, guys.
I'm not even saying it's just the feminists that don't care about it.
Nobody
I'm saying most people who don't do what I do don't care about this at all.
There you go.
And you're creating, and we talked about this 80-20 rule. What's happening to the 80%?
Yep.
You don't care.
Not good.
And the beauty is if I just get the man I want, if I just get the partner I want, if I just I don't care about what's happening with men. Let's bring the attention back to women. That's what the detective did in that show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And that is what society and Western cultures is unfortunately like.
Any lies told, guys? Any lies told? Tell you guys, he's cooking. He's cooking. Thomas, good job, man. Your camera's off. Here I am. Yeah.
Most people.
Hey, there he is.
Only care.
What's up, Thomas? How you doing, man?
Good. How about you guys?
Good, man.
Hopefully, I make it to a life. What's that?
What's that?
No, you were asking like how's Hawaii or something.
Yeah.
In relation with Lahaina,
a live stream, guy, dude,
no,
you are
I work
live
tomorrow.
right now.
Touche.
But how's Hawaii?
Lahaina in particular could be better, could be worse. I mean, it's some slow rebuild, so yeah.
Colin Snowboard, were you guys on the after hours where we were talking to Thomas about the Maui fires?
No, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Thomas, we got to do another after hours, and we were talking about how it seems funny that prime real estate caught fire, and then all these movie stars and billionaires got to buy it up. Yeah, funny how that works, huh?
Oh, wait, that's right. No, actually, I'm sorry, I was on. Yeah, no, now I remember. Yeah, I was on that. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
About males or boys or men, if they are their brother, their son, or their father, or their uncle, or their
even then they don't care. Guys, put a 1 if you agree, even if it's their father or their brother or their son
Yeah.
or their uncle. These 304s, they still don't care. They'll still choose the sisterhood over their own blood.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yep.
A close friend. This.
Sorry, guys, this isn't funny, but Remix said it was a fire sale.
He ain't lying.
Yo, I'm sorry.
He ain't lying. Oh, Remixer, you always crack us up.
Too soon, guys. Too soon, right? Hey! They're having a fire sale in freaking California now.
Yep.
In LA.
Yeah.
After those big fires too, all that real estate's gonna get bought up too. So
society, in the quest to be fair to women, to improve their rights, allow the worst representatives to take it to its furthest extreme.
Right.
When we talk so much about misogyny, most women can't tell you what the term is for a strong distaste and hatred for men. What's the term? What's
Misandry.
the misandry? Being a misandrist. Most men's experiences that we keep labeling as incels, we keep labeling as misogynists. Their experiences in co-worker situations, in the schools, dating, on dating apps,
AJ, hold on
is that
real quick.
a lot of women are either misandrous.
What's this guy's name again? I'm sorry.
Jeff James. Jeff St. James, but he goes by the Jeff James. And guys, here, let's go to his channel, guys, and everyone drop him a sub. What you said?
He's flambeing them.
Yeah, he is. Where's his channel? Let me do this.
And the funny thing is, all these subtleties he's pointing out, he could just go on for like, we could go on for like 10 minutes saying you don't respect their time, you don't respect like you know, just things in general. There's so many things that are just subtleties that doesn't even cross their mind like at all.
Yep.
At all.
And it's so this is part 2 of the whole thing, but when they were talking more about dating, they kept bringing it back to men. Because he was talking about the 80-20 rule, and he was saying, look, all these chicks, they have access to men all around the world. It's like, but don't men have it too? It's like, but guys that are unattractive to women in the U.S., I mean, a lot, unless you're physically
like
there.
dirt.
Yeah. It's not like you have so much more access now, you know? That's why oftentimes passport bros need to actually physically go to Thailand, physically go to Brazil, physically go to Colombia. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like
or the Philippines.
That you can be on a dating app and you know, you're 5'6", you know, girls even in Asia. Now here's the thing, guys, once again. If you are, let's talk about height. Because I'm 6'3", and I remember when I kind of got like a snippet of the red pill was in like 2009. And a friend of mine in school, he was showing me his dating profile thing, and I looked at how many matches that I got and how many that he got. I'm like, this is crazy. He's like 5'7" or 5'8", whatever, and I'm 6'3". You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize at the time that it was like I'm 6'3". You know what I mean? Like that's how it works. I'm like, damn, that's messed up. You know? But here's the thing: if you're 5'7", 5'8", guys, go to friggin' Taiwan. Go to China. Go to the Philippines with average guys like 5'6", you know? You'll be towering over everybody, you know?
Exactly.
You're a tall guy. So, yeah.
Androus, or they're so reductionistic of men that if you don't have the money, you have no say, and you need to shut up. And even if you do have the money,
you still shut up.
It's happy wife, happy life once I'm in your life.
Look at that. Right there, guys. No lies told.
That's how I ride you with my 2 hands.
Yeah.
I've been told my wife, we joke around about it all the time. When we're amongst other couples and friends, she sarcastically say all the time, the one thing I appreciate about Jeff more than anything is he's the same exact person in home as he is in public. He doesn't change. So if I'm going to say no, I'm going to say no. If I'm going to disagree, I'm going to disagree. And men not going through the natural maturation process as teenagers, as early adults, because they literally don't have the opportunity to with women. We can't be shocked anymore that there's an environment that's festering of boys and young men who unfortunately have a strong distaste. And I would argue, not even for women in general, women in the Western cultures and countries.
Yeah.
This is why they're running to the other countries and cultures.
There you go, guys.
Yep.
There you go, right?
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I'm going to go.
We're running for the hills.
At least still seen as valuable, relevant, important.
No, I think
So,
I will bring up a point.
Yeah.
I think that like anything in the West, to redress any imbalance in anything, we've had to go to some crazy level to the
guys. Tom, Colin, snowboard. Did you guys see the story of that B-dub that went to Russia? Because America's not safe, so I'm gonna go to Russia. And then she got whooped by her neighbors.
Makes you think of Brittany Griner.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, you went to Russia? How stupid can you be, you absolute dunderhead?
You stupid woman.
Russians, guys, Russians are, I wouldn't say that they're racist, but they're just very nationalistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Russians
I think she wants to become borscht.
Right? Yeah. No, man. Thanks for the membership, my friend. I appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the channel. Yeah, dude, like, you went to Russia thinking that Russia's better than here? Are you insane?
That's tragic comedy.
Stupid can you be?
Such as a B-dub.
Yeah.
The other side.
Especially in Russia where you get up in Ivan's face, you know what I'm saying? He'll hit you with the psycho pressure. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing. Guys,
and he'll drink vodka afterwards.
Yeah. How many times have we seen videos of chicks getting up in friggin' Russian dude's face, and he just knocks her out, and no one does anything.
No. And
Exactly.
It's like a full power hit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not like
I ain't gonna
backhand.
lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck. That's what's about to get increased.
She got the Zangief treatment.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Come to a middle thing, and why are we so surprised? Why do we have to have shows like Adolescence that, quite frankly, are pretty late in the game in terms of it?
Yeah, but there's a reason why, and guys, he's gonna get into this because I was thinking, anytime that there are these Netflix series, it's just, guys, there's some policy change coming or something, because they're gonna try and soften the blow as they try and take single men's rights away. Here we go.
Culture, we're late in the game. And like you said, I talk to quite a lot of my friends, who are all parents, and they had no idea I knew about it because I'm doing this podcast and I see these comments all the time, and I was very aware of it. I've read a lot about it. They had no idea about it. And I'm like, you have teenage children and young adult children. How do you not know? How are you that ill-informed? I agree with you. To me,
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you want to know what's crazy? When you're in a market and environment where both parents got to work long hours, and both parents are out of the home for extended periods of time.
There you go.
And both parents have to figure out so much, and you don't even have one parent that's like really super involved versus they both are kind of got 40-hour work schedules, and one may have to do additional overtime, and the cost of living is exploding. It's harder than ever before.
Oh yeah.
For parents, men and women, fathers and mothers, it's a lot harder now. We are living in an area in New Jersey where our property taxes per month is the cost of most people rent across the world.
Yeah.
Where our daycare is more than the cost for daycare for 1 to 2 kids is the equivalent of what 50 to 60% of people in the world make.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
So it's kind of difficult to be super duper involved and actually know what's going. You know what she saw? My son's home. He turns the light off when I tell him to turn the light off, and he doesn't get in trouble. He goes to school every day. He gets good grades. Parents are just surviving. Mothers, fathers, people are just trying to figure this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is. I'm not saying it's a complete. That like there's no. They get no fault. They get no blame. I'm just saying that the context for what we're in is what's also creating this type of dynamic and environment. So it's. And then lastly, I meant to say, the dynamic. Why is this exploding? And why is it so big in the UK?
Here we go.
And why are these government officials getting all involved in this? I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you are a young woman or woman, period, and you're thinking about, well, oh my gosh, this incel thing, and all these men want to harm me and hurt me and do this or do that. A huge percentage of the boys and men that feel that way, there's a reason why they're leading the statistics of being 4 times more likely to take their own life.
There you go, guys. And they're so narcissistic that they still try and make this about themselves. They say that women are the biggest victims in war.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
They say that men that are completely avoiding women and deleting themselves still victimize women.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Clown world. Absolute foolishness, guys.
Right.
They're actually far more of a danger to themselves
Than to anybody else.
even in a relationship.
Mm.
You take a woman who's in a relationship with a man and a relationship with a woman, her domestic violence rates is significantly higher with another woman than with a man.
True.
Really?
Your knee.
EV rates are up.
Yep.
Divorce rates are up when same-sex relationships between two women than her with a man.
Lesbians.
I know.
Herp
The
derps are up.
highest divorce rate is lesbian.
Huh? Say again?
Herp derps are up.
Yeah, that's true. And guys, and lesbians they give each other the herp derp.
Wow.
Can you imagine how much scissoring you got to do to get
It takes a ton of scissors. That's the first thing that came.
Yummy.
Do they even actually scissor? Or is just made up? I'm not sure.
Sharpen it up.
I know, right?
Couples.
Yeah, and so is the DV rate.
What's the D?
They should be having the most orgasms. That's unbelievable.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
DV rate.
Right.
Yeah. So again, the show is so popular, it's so big, probably 250,000+ people are probably going to watch it. And now they're again adding to this narrative that the most unsafe you can be is
With a
dealing
man.
with and doing life with men or males.
Mm.
And what I'm arguing is a huge percentage of them end up taking their own life. A very, very small percentage of them, if they get successful enough, end up finding a suitable partner, or they're going abroad to find a woman who can meet their needs. So it's not to say that there's violence between men and women that doesn't exist. Of course, it's a thing. All I'm suggesting is that the show, there may be ulterior motives for why the show is being pushed. And whenever politicians or celebrities or anybody who's not a normal person jumps in on a wave, always be wary of what's the thing that they're pushing and what's the policy that's going to come down as a result of this.
Right? Right, guys? How many times do we see that, right? You know? It's true. Guys, because UK is cooked anyways. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and
cooked.
women don't think that way at all. They're not gonna think about subtlety and stuff
Yeah.
like that. They're not gonna think about anything.
Anytime-
Logic is non-existent to them.
Or they're going to be like, oh, you guys are all conspiracy theorists anyways. Please.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a social media crackdown? Is this going to be a monitoring thing where people have to register their social ID numbers or something in order for them to even have access to a website or have access to the internet? I'm going to argue this. Prime time, it's perfect to push something like this in a political environment when Gen Z and some millennials between men and women are splitting further than they've ever been. And then you have a huge pool of women who are looking for explanations to justify why all these men are splintering off and voting differently than us, thinking differently than us, going their own way, not wanting to marry women. There's got to be some explanation for it. And it can't possibly be because of our decision making, our hierarchy of what we're attracted to and not attracted to. It can't be us. It's got to be because they're all incels.
Right.
It's got to be because they just outright hate women. It can't possibly be because there's been an environment that's been telling them that we hate you. Can't possibly be that. It can't be society or culture or the colleges or liberal. It can't be any of those factors, or even how we treat the men who we think don't check off all about. It can't be none of that. It's got to be because of this Netflix series.
He's cooking, right? Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
And now we need policy to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's the level of
look at her smiling on the right.
I want all of us to start to get.
Yeah. This one.
She's been
starting to look uncomfortable
smiling. Yeah.
Yeah, but chicks do that. Just Kevin Simmons said, that nervous laugh, or whatever, is a tell that they know that they have no answer. They have no refutation at all.
Oh, of course.
Better at when we watch.
Well, I was just concurring with what Kevin Samuel said.
Yeah. Yep.
On social media, anything on streaming services, because I would argue much of the things that's impacting us and influencing the quote unquote gender war is not even coming from in here. It's coming from what we're seeing on screens and on these computers. When I walk around in everyday life, men and women still open the door for each other.
But here's the thing, guys, us men, right? We don't see it day to day because we are working. A lot of men don't extrapolate to women the same way that women extrapolate to men. That's why we don't say that we don't need women or whatever like they do. We don't choose the bear. You know what I'm saying? Because despite the fact that we know how bad for our lives that women can be, we would still not say we choose the bear or a shark or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Men aren't very hyperbolic when it comes to risk.
A woman's.
Can I say something real quick?
Stating risk. Yeah.
So my red pill moment for whoever is in chat or on the live or on the call-in. Has anyone here heard of Frank Zappa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So in 2017, because before then I heard about him, but I never had the chance to look him up until 2017. Not only musically, but all the stuff he was talking about, I'm thinking to myself, we're going through that right now. So that was my red pill moment.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He was a very forward think. He's a makes very eccentric music, kind of like nothing else.
Yeah.
But
I know who
he's
he is,
actually like a genius musician. But I think what he's kind of referring to is he kind of talked about how basically a lot of the masses are programmed to be like a beta and stuff. So he's not really like an alpha male type dude or something, but he'll show you like, hey guys, these music companies and everything and want to program you to be a certain dumb, stupid consumer that, likes beta type stuff almost. I think that's kind of what he's alluding to. Yeah.
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 Well, men are still gonna rush to help her. A black man, a white man is hurt in some way. Whoever the race of the person is, they're still going to try to intervene and help them. I'm trying to lift a heavy box. My white neighbor gonna come and lift it up. Somebody who's gay or trans, if they need help or support, it's still happening. Hate exists, I know that, but I'm telling you, the social media, the trends, what's going viral, isn't actually 100% a reflection of what's actually happening in most of our lives. You're actually not walking around and most men are spitting at you, calling you names, attacking. That's not happening in modernity, not in mass. The majority, a huge percentage of the men that's a threat, they're arrested. They got records.
No, absolutely. Like I think
plus you already
social
slept with
media
that guy
makes
once
it
and
look
you're over.
like everyone is out to get you, and that's why we're having so many problems.
Now, adolescence, as true as it is about exposing something that a lot of people didn't know, what's the takeaway?
that this is
for the
happening
people.
everywhere.
This is happening everywhere.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so much going like.
And here it comes, guys. He's going to make a really good point here in a second.
I'm going to be honest with you. The U.S. and our thing of violence, we have the monopoly, it seems like, on school violence. It's insane. We're not using knives. We're using guns.
Yeah.
And much of it is in response to being bullied or being radicalized with some particular political or religious ideology. That's usually what it is. It doesn't make it any better, but it's really not heavily connected. No, there is no significant data that shows that this is happening in mass. I'm telling you, if you went to the data and looked at UK stats of who's the primary groups doing the stabbings and the knifings, it's not who you saw on the show.
There you go. There you go, guys. Right?
It's not who you saw. We don't have to go political.
Right there, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Or go into who is and who isn't doing. It's not who they showed on the show. You have a market of white males who feel so angry and disenfranchised and feeling like they're being blamed for everything, and they're not allowed to hold an opinion, not allowed to hold a view. And now you're shocked with the reactions and responses of what's coming. And it's not even all violent. There's just a noticeable shift. And in the end game, everybody can say, well, we're all going to lose in the end. The mountaintop is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. Mother Nature's undefeated.
Yep.
Amen
The
to that.
men post 30 who can figure out how to get what they need in order, physically, emotionally, financially, they have the leverage.
Yep.
The most leverage a woman's going to have is when she's her fittest, youngest, most fertile self.
Of course.
100%. I say this all the time. Because I hear so often, oh, women are the gatekeepers of sex. And you're like, they are when they're young. When they're young, but you start to, I think women sort of 30, 35, you start to.
Guys, how mad is this chick? Because she's 30.
Wicked, man. Yeah.
She just
wicked,
turned 30.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, she does have gray hair yet.
Look at that, dude.
No, she does.
Sort of,
she probably does.
it's not that you're not attractive, but you're not attractive to the same age as men, whereas men can look up or down or along. Whereas women, the older we get, we can only look up in age or down in age. I mean, I always say to my husband, if I...
What is this chick even saying?
God forbid, we wouldn't get to
I don't even know, dude.
She's just trying to act like she made this. They're trying to act like they made the same point that he did.
Yeah.
But they made it.
All right. So the main thing I'm going to say is I'm careful to avoid what's called a naturalist fallacy. And this is the false belief that because something is natural, it must be moral or good. So I just kind of put that out there as a qualifier with what I'm about to say. There's something called like a blank slate theory or socialization theory. And it's basically it's the debate about nature versus nurture.
Mm-hmm.
Most people who consider themselves feminists, they have a working presupposition of theory.
And that's that men and women are interchangeable and that women can bang dudes as much as they want and enjoy it as much as a man would bang. That's not how it works, guys. That's the craziest thing about this whole feminist thing with the whole sexual empowerment thing. Your women don't even like sex as much as men.
Yeah.
They just bang dudes because of all-knowing they want to prove a point to them. Who is them? Who is the all-knowing they? You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
Theory about human beings, men and women, and human sexuality. And their belief system is rooted in this. When you lean much more into nurture versus nature, anytime you see distinctions, differences, sociological reactions or responses for whatever reason between men or women, you're going to believe that you can socialize it out of them.
And
that's
right, guys? Isn't that what the feminists say?
Yeah, that's a great point. That's what they're trying. And when he means socialize out, and they mean guilt you, shame you, brainwash you, beta-tize you by thousands of times of small things.
Yep.
It's sickening.
Yep, they act like being a male is a pathology that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, and kind of when I was, I mean, I'm a millennial, but when I was kind of growing up, they were doing this, but it was very covert. You didn't really understand that they were doing things like this a little bit. Now they're just.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
but sometimes they've done it in a covert way, which is much more powerful, actually, and subtle than just, trying to like beta.
Yeah, but now it's overt.
Yeah, now it's openly overt for sure.
Even when boys are in school, starting out, no recess, no PE. If you can't sit still, you have Ritalin. You know what I'm saying?
Adderall. They'll put Adderall on you.
Yep, it's true.
What it means is, if you don't believe that there's biological, evolutionary hardwiring that's built into us to be attracted to desire, to do and behave in certain ways, you're going to believe that the sex that's not doing what you think they should be doing is because you can socialize them to now act like the other sex.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. The reason why that's important with this topic and all others is because there is a version of femininity that believes any distinction, even when it comes to sex, is something that just has to be completely 100% socialized and changed out of men. And that as long as men start to behave, communicate, think, and act like women, they'll be fine.
Right. See?
So what
did I just say? And yet, see, guys, once again, guys, put a one if you agree. These chicks want betas in the world. And they want betas at the store. They want betas at work. They want betas everywhere. But the one guy that they want to marry, they want the one alpha.
Yeah.
And then he can't treat
It's ironic.
them like he's an alpha. Oh, no. He needs to have all the alpha traits, but then let her be in charge. Still be in charge, but then let her be in charge. Because if she lets her be in charge, then she'll lose the attraction for him. It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all.
When it comes to sex, they'll insist that there is no innate psychological differences between men and women. They'll functionally believe that because they're psychologically the same, we should have the same expectations. This is the issue. There's physiological differences. And the physiological differences some are very minute, but then some are massive with huge implications. These are some of the differences that I noted. And obviously, naturally, we know that there's differences between men and women: grip strength, speed, upper body strength versus lower body strength. We know this. Like, generally speaking, there's physiological differences. But there's physiological differences when sex occurs and when they have orgasm. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to question once I list these off. And the question is this, actually: do men and women experience sex, and are the consequences they experience from said sex the same or different? These are the things that I noted that were different. Men tend to have higher sexual desire and are more accepting of casual, non-commitment based sex. Sex hormone amounts and patterns are different between male and females.
The fact that he has to say this is crazy. Like, guys, we know this from the jump, The
thalamus, which is the region of the brain involved in sexual activity, is both larger and more sensitive to testosterone. Mm-hmm. Men tend to experience quicker and more intense sexual arousal and orgasms compared to women. Research shows that women's sexual desire has more variables and is influenced by factors like self-esteem, relationships, emotions, and how they feel about their bodies, the relationship, and overall emotional state.
No lies told, right, guys?
Social consequences of clear communication of their desires in the domains of sex, especially sexually. So think of it this way, because that one could be a little bit confusing. If men were bluntly or straightforwardly honest about how often they think about sex, about the different ways that they think about sex, about the different types of women that they want to experience in terms of thinking about sex, if they were honest.
Well, what would we hear, guys?
How dare you?
You know what I mean? Come on.
About how they felt sexually. Are they rewarded for their honesty?
No.
No.
And then lastly,
That was quick.
reproduction evolutionary drives for men or women. You are the product of thousands, if not tens of thousands of years.
Well, guys, here's the thing. How many times have I said this? Guys, we have this thing where people act like in the last 20 years, we've just figured out more than people have known for like the last 5,000 years. That people back in the 1800s, that they didn't know anything, all because they didn't have the internet, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy that people in the third world know more about people, more about interpersonal dynamics, about how to protect and provide for a family, about how to keep societies basically going in the third world than in the United States. Isn't that crazy?
And like ecosystems in the natural world and things like that too. They know way more about it than
yep.
We do.
Lance, man, thanks for the membership, man. Appreciate that, my brother. Let me see. Someone had said something. Apex says they want betas to run society. They want alphas to dominate them, control them. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Insane.
Of one side of a person or one set group trying to survive and procreate and mate select in a certain way, and the other group, you're the product of a person who kept sowing their seed.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is going to be like, well, wait a minute. If there's all of these evolutionary, biological, physiological differences, and men and women clearly don't even experience sex, let alone orgasms in the same way. I don't know. Actually, I do know. But I'm just saying it facetiously. I don't know that in the quest to be like men, that's actually been a net benefit to most women.
Right there, guys.
Yep.
So this is why the whole sexual empowerment, sexual liberation thing blew up in these broads' face. Guys, there's no net benefit to chicks out there banging and clanging dudes. It benefits us men. We're going to show Snowboard and Colin and Thomas, we're going to teach them a lesson by banging them over and over and over again. Yeah, that shows that we're strong and independent. What are you talking
I wonder
about?
how that's going to work for them.
Yeah, but they're all turned into 304s. The next generation is cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, once the 304 tap is turned on, it's very difficult, probably unless you have like Islam or something, to really clean it up.
Yeah.
Because people want to bang, basically.
That's very,
if
very,
chicks
very
make it
true.
easy, you'll do it, even if she's kind of, heavy.
Here's the thing, though. It's like they're not even getting a lot of physical pleasure out of it. They're just doing it for the sake of doing it. Or guys, that's where the whole single parent home thing comes in too. They have daddy issues, right? So sex is the only way that they know how to get like clear validation from men. So
especially after 40, 50 years of this experiment. That doesn't mean that men are justified to cheat. It seems to suggest that at least their biological hardwiring has designed them to better be able to be okay with doing it.
Right. I mean, I totally agree with that. Like, men are built to sex.
We're both built to have sex, but men are better built to do meaningless sex.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not meaningless sex to us. It's just sex.
Yeah.
Guys, I think Top G said he can smash a chick. She can get hit by a bus tomorrow and he won't care. You know what I'm saying? Guys, think of this. This is how us men are. Snowboard, Colin, Thomas. Cook with me here. Guys in the chat, put a 1 if you agree. Guys, we can bang a chick we hate. We can hate.
I just did a few hours ago.
Nice. My man.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. Uh-oh.
I'm doing
Guys,
fine.
guys, do you see the smoke clearing for snowboard there?
Ninja bandits.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
King Raymond said he did last summer. Guys, you know what? I'm gonna have a live stream, guys, of some of these 20 and early 30-year-olds that are annoying AF, and we'll do a can you hate F the girl? Yeah, let's do that, guys. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah.
And we got to get some real demons too. Someone who's real messed up.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have a bunch of them saved on TikTok already. So trust me, we have
nice. Casey Anthony has been in New Hampshire, and I'm just saying I'm not going to take her off that list.
Oh no!
She moved from Florida to New Hampshire, so I would still,
damaged
hang out
goods.
Once or twice. Yeah.
Look at that. It's guys, I don't care, man. Look. Here you go. Guys, I don't care. Both hands.
I was going to say we have to have AOC on.
Come on, dude. I don't care what you guys say. Yes, she's annoying, but guys, for a fact, this chick is probably an absolute freak. Wolverine in the stack. Guys, chicks like this that want to be all feminist and stuff. Guys, their kink is letting guys just treat them like absolute just ridiculousness in the sack.
Right.
Trust me, guys. I know all these.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Yeah, straight up, dude. This is one of these broads where you break one off balls deep in her pooper, and you wipe off on her bed sheets and just walk straight out.
Yeah, and she just she rolls over and goes to sleep on the stain.
Yeah.
You just gotta give her a ball gag.
Yeah.
That's all you guys.
It's not going to sleep on the stain. It's going to sleep in disdain.
Nice. I'll remember that.
Let's go. Guys, seriously, guys. I went to college in Washington State. Colin, you're in Washington State. You know these chicks.
Yeah,
these chicks, they have this image that they're trying to portray. They're trying to be all strong and independent until the lights go out, and then it's all man, oh man, it is craziness, man. So, and guys, and she was a bartender, so we all know she's been around the block. So
what can
passed around?
There's done a few bumps here and there now and then.
Yeah,
things like that.
We have to acknowledge was the opening the door for loveless sex.
Mm-hmm. Well, men are built to populate the earth.
For commitment-less sex.
Mm-hmm.
And men are biologically hardwired to be better built with doing that on a regular basis, and nothing feels like wrong for him to do it. He doesn't have to know your name.
Okay, let's skip ahead.
Yeah.
And what if men agree that the only person he's going to have sex with, both now and pre-marriage, during marriage, for the rest of your lives, the only way he's going to have a sexual outlet is through you. And you arbitrarily decide for a couple weeks, for a couple months, for a few years, that for whatever reason, I'm not feeling it. I'm not attracted to him anymore. I don't love him anymore. I'm not this, I'm not on that. When he steps out of the relationship and he's moved away from the agreement to practice his sexual exclusivity with just you, that is cheating. But when you have an agreement that this man and you two are going to do this, and he can only get access from you, and you omit, withhold sex, especially if you weaponize it, you're being unfaithful.
Yeah, I agree. Right, guys? I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. Especially if you're married to Chad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chad and Tyrone can just smash other chicks.
And what if men broke up with women and girlfriends and wives when they're sexually unfaithful for more than 2 weeks. I bet the data. Yeah. And not for physical, child labor or some physical situation, just because that's what if men left relationships with all.
Say again?
They said they had a headache for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All these women that are being sexually unfaithful. That is the equivalent for us. You are being unfaithful when you obligate this man to only come to you for sex, and he can't have access to it because you weaponized the ability for him to do it because he didn't take out the trash, because he didn't get the right flowers, because he wasn't romantic enough, because of this, because of that. When you're tired, your ass still go to work.
Right? Right? You see that, guys? Cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Exactly.
Look at that. There you go.
When you're frustrated at work with your boss, you still respect them. You still follow the rules. You like in every other area of life, you figure out a way to still show up. But then when it comes to this particular area where he can't go to outside, when you don't want to cook, he can order takeout. He can order delivery. When you don't want to clean, he can hire somebody to come in and clean. But when this area that you've made that says he can only get it from you, you don't show up in, what if that's an area of unfaithfulness that's heavily contributing to this whole situation?
Yeah.
And I do agree with you 100% to an extent.
No, to an extent. Then you don't agree with them.
Of course you'd say that.
I didn't notice that, but that's a great point.
Stupid woman.
2 weeks later, with women's hormones, like we get a little bit nuts sometimes, and that's just how we are. But
you don't say the bar high for my man.
You are really.
Then y'all can negotiate from there. I'm not starting. So on the outcomes, are women in mass globally in Western countries?
Yeah, guys.
All right, take care.
So, guys, I think I'm gonna shut this down. We'll do like another 2 minutes, and then I gotta go too. So,
getting the outcomes they say they want, if they're unmarried and they want to be, they're single but they don't want to be, they want kids but can't find a guy to do it, and they're constantly in competition and comparison mode with the women around them. The reality is the market's already moved in a direction where women are sharing men whether they realize it or not.
That's true. They're sharing.
You're sharing women when he's cheating. You're sharing them in Atlanta, Georgia. I had a woman last year. We were at a friend's house and we were all hanging out, and she was saying that the dating market is so skewed because a huge percentage of the men that go down to Atlanta and live in Atlanta are gay or bi. So the ratio of men to women is like heterosexual men is like 10-1. These guys are going on dates with 3 women simultaneously in Atlanta.
Wow.
Everything's out. What he got to lie for? That's not cheating, because he's in an environment where he now realizes what it is, and she realizes he needs to make, look, and be a certain level for me to be okay with something like this, and they're fine. That's actually what a lot of human history is actually resemble. The more desirable a man was in every ancient culture,
the more cheeks he gets.
Was he following the rules that y'all are trying to put on men today? The equivalent, if you are a top 1% man, you're 6 feet tall, you make 6 figures, and if you are white, black, or Hispanic, you are desired by 80% of women that's on the planet. Period. It's Asian men who struggle the most. And then when you flip it, Asian women, depending on the stat, are usually number 1 in most desirability globally, then white women, then Hispanic women, and then black women last. So that's
He's not
the
lying.
stats. That's the truth. It's not all great, but if fathers and uncles weren't welcome to give you a heads up over the last decade, you went the last decade through trial and error.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody does this. Nobody was doing this historically.
Yeah, that's true.
Trial and error, recreational sex, being liberated, listen, you could vote, you could own a home, you could rack up a credit card if you want to. There's a lot of great things that women have gotten access to, but there were also consequences that came from it.
It's true.
Of course.
I literally told you I had almost 75 women that wanted to match with me from 2 hours in one city and 30 minutes in another. Hadn't even gone through the city yet. That's the reality of it.
Look at that, guys. So yeah, guys, guys, he will be on the panel tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nice.
So guys, what I'll do is I'll
Awesome.
probably do the first hour in like 10 minutes, which is me and him. Then I'll probably open up the lines to Discord members only to talk to him. And then any questions for anyone that's not part of the Discord during the interview, we'll probably do super chat questions only to him. So, but all right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for support, guys. We're probably going to hit 16,500 here soon. So thanks for that, guys. I want to try and hit 17K in like the next month. So guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the cash apps. Appreciate that. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you. Snowboard, Colin, Thomas. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Bye, guys. Take it easy.
Same with you guys.
Bye, guys.
Take care.